From the investigative unit, the arrest of two relatives in Baton Rouge charged with multiple counts of attempted murder is the type of police work District Attorney Hillar says will eventually drive down the homicide rate.
Moore tells the investigative unit's best casualty why focusing on non-fatal shootings is tricky but critical.
Well, Michael, Sylvia, while it may seem like a waste of resources to focus on shootings where no one died, Moore says many of the suspects who commit them will eventually end up killing someone.
For your safety, this area is under live video surveillance.
This solar-powered security camera at the Circle K on Essen and Perkins is there for your safety due to crimes committed here, like the one allegedly committed by this man, 22-year-old Michael Miller. According to an arrest warrant, in October, Miller, wearing a Domino's Pizza uniform and a black mask, shot someone multiple times. The victim was able to identify him by name to police. Shell casings taken from that scene ended up matching another shooting that occurred just 9 days before. The victim in that shooting said his home on Gerald Drive was shot up. He and another person were inside and were not injured. And again, he was able to identify Miller as the shooter. Police also eventually connected his relative, Ladarius Miller, to that shooting as well. Though neither of these shootings were fatal, District Attorney Hillar says crimes like these are just as important as homicides.
That's really what we need to do, have a lot of focus is on non-fatal shootings.
While the Millers were arrested before anyone was killed, it often doesn't happen that way.
The biggest thing is the non-fatal shootings where someone is shot and nobody is arrested, leads to the next shooting, which could be a homicide.
Most recently, at the end of last year, 19-year-old Roger Parker was arrested for the shooting death of 8-year-old Dylan Daniels. According to arrest paperwork, police had already been looking at Parker for other non-fatal shootings, including this one on Fairchilds more than a month before.
And I didn't see anything.
Moore says keeping track of all non-fatal shootings is a near impossible task with the resources the city parish currently has.
You're going to have a hard time following up on those when you're 115 officers short and you're 100 deputies short and the DA's office is short. That it's tough to follow that up and dedicate manpower to that when other things pop up as they go along. It's a very difficult job for the chief, the sheriff, mayors, DAs to really take care of that the way we should without having the proper staff.
Michael Miller is currently in jail on a $400,000 bond. Ladarius is also in jail on a $135,000 bond. They're both set to be arraigned later this month. For the investigative unit, Bess Casserly, WBRZ News 2.